What's up, guys? Welcome back to the return of Marvel Mondays once again. Easy is back for another video. Today's episode, we're going to be talking more about RDJ's Doom. And I've been doing some research, some comic book research. Still seeing a lot of negativity towards this man. If you watched my last video, please have faith in Marvel. If they didn't have the script and didn't have a logical idea to bring this man back, they wouldn't announce it. They wouldn't have got him on stage. They wouldn't have done all that last night. They wouldn't have if they weren't confident that they had something that's gonna make the fans happy and really not the socks off for the theaters. So we're gonna talk about some plot possibilities for Doom. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as I do making them. Very, very, very excited for this, as you can tell from my past few videos. I think they can make this work. They 100% can make this work. I've been seeing a lot of negativity, a lot of hate for this casting, but there's one method that I'm going to talk about today that they can do that can really put the stakes up and really make this story compelling for both films. So let's dive into this. I have a full document, as always. Possible plot lines for RDJ as Dr. Doom. And now there's 4 possibilities that I've come up with after doing some research with the comics. Possibility number 1, he's just playing a variant of Victor Von Doom from an unknown universe that we don't know about yet, or the Fantastic Four universe. He's just normal Doom. The same backstory. His mother's a witch. She gets killed. Father dies in the cold. Slowly gains power. Roommates Reed Richards. Is vastly powerful magic and smart as a whip. Combines both, and then comes out to Doom, takes over. It's normal comic book story Doom. This is the most confusing route because he looks like Tony Stark, and it's gonna be weird for the Avengers not saying, "Hey, you look like Tony Stark. You look like somebody we know." But this is the most confusing route if they take it, which I don't think they're taking it, because they would have casted an entirely different actor to play Victor Von Doom if this was the route they're going to take. I think they're doing something unique and special for these films, and I'm serious. This is probably gonna be the best thing ever done. I'm still holding on to hope. I've been with them through the worst. I think they're turning things around. If they didn't have an idea or a script ready for this, or at all, they wouldn't announce it last night. They wouldn't have said Robert Downey Jr. was Dr. Doom or the Doom stuff last night. They wouldn't have done that. So, I think that this is the most confusing route right here, but it's still a cool route. You know, we get our Dr. Doom. It would give the Fantastic Four a reason to despise him, because he's a Fantastic Four villain. That's where he started. He wasn't an Avengers villain. He's a Fantastic Four villain. But it's going to be really cool either way. Seeing Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, because I think he's going to kill it. He's just got to get good writing in there. Possibility number 2. He's playing a variant. This is like the most creative one. He's playing a variant of Tony Stark named Victor Von Stark that has a mix between Tony's MCU backstory and Victor's from the comics. So this is my kind of creative one that I come up with. It's the most creative one. It makes more sense because he's a Stark. He grew up in I'm thinking he grows up in Latveria. Kind of has the same backstory. His mom was a witch, so that calls for the Winter Soldier to come hunt her down and kill her, so she's a threat, and that makes Tony upset, and he becomes Dr. Doom. I mean, not Tony, Victor upset in this universe, and he kills Winter Soldier first, and then eventually goes in a higher rank. I think that this is the most creative route if they want to take it. If they want to do that, but I don't think this is the least likely one next to actually Dr. Doom happening. Like Victor Von Doom is normal Victor Von Doom. It would be cool. It'd be interesting. but I don't think this would be enough for make it compelling. Possibility 3. This is the worst one. I hate this idea. He's playing an evil Tony Stark that takes up the mantle of Doctor Doom. This is the worst one. This is the worst option. This is the cheap option. You know, it's gonna have a compelling scene where they find out he's Tony Stark, but it's not gonna be the best option. It's not. It just made Tony 616's death meaningless. I would dislike both of the films if this happens. This is the worst case scenario. He's playing an evil Tony Stark that takes up the mantle of Doctor Doom. Like, he goes evil during Age of Ultron. Like, that's basically what this timeline is. If they do this, this is the worst possible option they could take. Now, this one, the final option, I'm going to go in depth with. This final option right here. Possibility 4. He's playing a variant of Victor that body swaps with Tony Stark, kills him, slowly gains power, and takes over the multiverse. This is the best option and the one that makes the most sense for RDJ as back as Doom. Excuse me. If you really think about it, there is a comic out there. It's in the What If series of comics, with like the Watcher and everything. Instead of Reed Richards being Victor's roommate, it was Tony Stark. And Victor, during his experiment with the machine, made him swap bodies with Tony. Right? Made Tony swap bodies with him. Excuse me. In that universe, Tony wins, and he takes the name Dr. Doom, and Doom takes Tony Stark to death to prison, right? Because he causes damage everywhere and stuff like that in Valkyria and goes to prison. But whatever. In this possibility, okay, in this timeline, for the story, the same thing happens. They swap bodies. I say they swap bodies later in life, not in college. Just Tony would get Peter as a protege. He would be good with the Avengers. And it'd be Victor, Reed, and Tony being best buds, right? Or being acquaintances at least, because they're all roommates in college. But then Victor gets jealous of all the power and all the good stuff that's happening to Tony, and then Victor gets nothing. So he decides to swap bodies with Tony Stark and kill him, and have like a big funeral for Victor and stuff like that. And Victor just manipulates to get more power. And then he leaves the 616, and he notices, dude, I think about the Spider-Man movies. He can notice Peter Parker and trick him and manipulate him. You see where this is going? He can manipulate him and then manipulate 616. And then when he comes to the Doomsday, he can take over and reveal that he's not Tony Stark. He's Victor Von Doom that replaced bodies with him and killed him. That can raise the stakes so much for every single 616 Avenger, and it would make the most sense. Because he would look like Tony Stark, and they would trust him, right? And especially Peter would know that it's the multiverse, that the multiverse would be the main reason why Tony is back, right? Because he's experienced other variants before, and he trusts Tony, because he's basically a father figure to him, right? So then Victor can use that as his advantage and then take over everything. That would be the best option, and it would make the most sense, and it would be the most compelling thing that they can do for this entire storyline. Thor can see him, like all the Avengers can see him, and then when he betrays them, it would be the most emotional scene in all of the MCU. Seeing them having to fight their hero, essentially, their leader, like, and just see that a corrupt man is taking everything for someone that basically saved the entire universe. Like, that would be absolutely insane. What's even crazier, they can do it. they can do. He can kill them before Infinity War. That would be crazy. And that universe wouldn't have had that. Like, and some people ask, well, how would he know Peter because of that, right? How would he know Peter because of the spell thing from No Way Home? I just say, look, they do it. They swap the bodies when they're older, and Tony has taken Peter as his protege because he wants a family. Victor doesn't have a family. Both of his parents are dead, and he sees all that happening with Tony and all the good things that are happening to him, and he's like, I'm jealous of you. I want to take everything from you. As in every universe, Jonathan Hickman basically declared in his comics, especially Secret Wars, in every universe, Doom has a just urge for power and constant power, and he's always seeking it. So, and seeking what other people have because he never had it. So, that would be the most compelling thing that you can do, and the most, the one that makes the option that makes the most sense, because for RDJ to be back and looking like Tony, because Victor can use that to his advantage. Like, people don't understand and do research. Like, they just see it and they don't do, and they say, oh, I hate it, and just don't do the research and actually think. This right here, Marvel, you're probably not going to see this video, Kevin Feige or Marvel Studios, but if you somehow just come across it, and I'm thinking that I think we're thinking the same thing here. If you go this route, this is the best. This is going to be amazing, and this is going to make Doomsday and Secret Wars that much more special, because you can slowly build him up. This is what I was afraid of, but this is a great way to build him up. You can say he's Tony, and then he comes in.
The time is
plot twist.
8:00
Sorry
PM.
about my plot. Plot twist. He's Victor Von Doom. That would be crazy, dude. But yeah, this is a quick episode of Marvel Mondays. But it'll also make the Fantastic Four so hate him, because if he comes from that timeline, they would still give him a reason to despise him, and they would all hate him, and they would all go against him. So that's what I also want to talk about too. Thinking about how like the plot's going to go down and how it leads to the Secret Wars too. So in Doomsday, when Doom betrays him and gains power, I think, I'm trying to think, either he's going to go he's going to figure out that Loki is at the tree and he's going to kill him, or he just takes the power, just takes over the multiverse and starts wreaking havoc after he destroys 616. And Loki at the end goes through and recruits the multiversal Avengers, which is Deadpool, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, like all the other variants from the other films, not the MCU, to come and help the Avengers and the other universes fight against that variant of Doctor Doom. And it's going to be wild. This move, it's bold, but it will provide bigger stakes. This is the best move. This is the best move, and the most compelling move that they can do. This is unique. It's a unique story that's never been done in the MCU yet, and it would make everything compelling. It would make everybody go against him, because he's tarnishing the name of the hero that saved 616, right? If he's from Fantastic Four, there's a reason that Reed hates him, because he killed one of his best friends, right? Killed one of his acquaintances. Because in that universe, Doom could be good. Doom could be good in that universe. That would be crazy. And Tony could be they killed one of his best friends, Tony Stark. Well, why did I say Doom could be good? I done messed up. My bad, guys. Tony killing his best friend. That would be insane if they did that. But man, this, if they go with this option, it would be amazing and compelling. But yeah, this is a short and sweet video, guys. I've been thinking about this all day. Been wanting to talk about it. Trying to figure out things. I've been watching videos left and right. Oh, also, I may do a video. Also, for a while preview for my next video about the whole. This is unrelated to Marvel. The whole Call of Duty Black Ops 6 situation. There's been a whole Easter egg hunt thing going on for the zombies, which I'm a big zombies fan, so be on the lookout for that for my channel. But back to Marvel. That's it. This is a short little video. Hopefully you guys liked it. I cannot wait to see RDJ as Doom. Don't be negative. Be positive. Be optimistic. They can make this amazing, and I cannot wait to see it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. God bless. I'll see you guys.